didn't get to annoy some of you or entertain some of you with my accordion this weekend, so I have some, some longing to be playing the accordion. I'm really bummed out that we missed Jumpstart. I'm still trying to get over that. I know probably some of you guys are too. But yeah, I wanted to find some way to connect with you guys, find some way to hopefully give you some encouragement, give you some things to think about, and point you guys in a good direction to hopefully over this time, however long it's going to be, 2 weeks off school. Some of you are probably like, yes. Some of you are probably like, oh, what the heck is going on? Who knows what the deal is here? Am I going to have to go to school in the summer now? Thoughts, if you're anything like me, you've got gazillions of thoughts swirling around in your head, not sure what is going on, not sure what to think of this virus, not sure what to think about life as we know it now, this new normal we find ourselves in. So anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys. Hope you had a good first day off. Maybe I saw Mackenzie already posted that she was bored out of her mind already. So hopefully this gives you something, a little bit of entertainment, and a little bit of things to think about, and maybe feel a little bit like we have something normal going on, some kind of way to feel like we're almost at youth group. All right, so here we are. I got a couple things to walk us through. This is going to be a short, sweet video. Basically just informative about things that we can do in this new time. Here's our screen you guys always see. Welcome to Middle School Youth at EBIC. It's good to see everybody again. What's going on? I don't know about you, but I usually ask this every Monday night. I feel like I've asked this question probably every day, 1,000 times a day since last Monday night. What is going on? And the reality is nothing, right? You guys are all at home. Nothing's going on. There's nothing at church tonight. There's nothing at church this whole week. We didn't have church on Sunday. We did have church, okay? So I don't know how many of you are regular EBIC attenders, or some of you maybe go to other churches, whatnot. That's cool too. EBIC has officially started. We had good timing, right? We started live streaming our church services. So you can go to etownbic.org to check out our live stream. There's all kinds of links all over the website. It's easy to find our live streaming service. It's pretty cool. It's just a link to YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. This may even be something we try to do next Monday if we're still no youth group next Monday, which is looking more and more like that's probably the reality. Maybe we'll try a live thing, which could be cool. Could be some fun. Melita and I might put our heads together, or maybe even separately, and try to figure out some things. But we want you guys to be able to have ways to connect. That's one way. Even though nothing's going on, we're still trying to make sure things are going on, just maybe in a little different kind of a way. So one big thing that's going on is I want to really ramp up our attention to Group Me. I know it's been kind of a cool thing for us to chat throughout this year with a good group of you guys. And I'm hoping to get more and more and more of you on there, especially during this time when you're at home, you got not much else to do. It should be a great place for us to connect. And I'm planning on putting some stuff on there at least once a day, if not 2 or 3 times a day, whenever I think about it. Give you guys just some things to think about, some things to enjoy, entertain, maybe some things to create some discussion. And I want you guys to do the same thing too. If you guys come across a hilarious video or a meme that you think is awesome or makes you think of something from youth group or somebody, or something to do with the lesson even that's thought-provoking, things to think about, feel free to start sharing stuff and just have some good, I'd love to see some good energy on our Group Me page. There's a link I posted earlier on our Group Me page where you guys can share that link with some friends and people maybe who you know aren't on there that would enjoy being on there. And just, invite them to come be part of what we're doing, a part of our conversations, help them find some ways to connect with you guys and each other on there. I'm excited about kind of focusing, having maybe some more time in my schedule to kind of focus on what we're doing there, and maybe you guys have more time than you usually do to be able to focus on just having a good time and chatting and staying connected in this crazy time. Again, I'm going to say crazy time like 100 times. Someone should do a count. I'm probably going to say social distancing like 100 times. So yeah, all these different crazy things were going on right now in this crazy time. Some interesting things to be thinking about and considering as we're moving forward, okay? So in general, you guys are gonna have lots of time, right, to maybe more time than you've had. I'm sure maybe if you have parents who are home, they probably gave you a list of things to do and accomplish, or maybe not. Maybe you've just seriously been sitting around trying to figure out how to entertain yourself you've rearranged your bedroom furniture already 100 different ways, and you find yourself wondering what to do. I know a lot of us are probably going to spend a lot of times on screens looking for some things, looking for entertainment, looking for just things to pass time, and maybe you're already feeling like, man, Dude Perfect and Mariah Elizabeth, I can only watch them so many times, and I'm already bored and going crazy. So I wanted to give you guys, this is one of the things I'm going to definitely do on GroupMe, is give you guys some links to different things, some suggestions of things to think about, talk about. And I'm going to try to give you like a serious one every Monday, at least when we do live streaming or this video recorded stuff. Give you either a live, either one thing that is like a positive, like spiritual piece to it, where it make you thinking about some cool God things. And I give you another one that's just kind of fun stuff to watch and think about too. So our serious one for today's first thing is the Bible Project. You guys hear me talk about them a lot, but this is an awesome thing where maybe you don't feel like waiting around for me to post some stuff on GroupMe, but you're like, hey, I want to go search out some things, and what is the easiest way for me to connect with God on maybe an easy video watching kind of a scenario? This is a great way. These guys explain some really deep spiritual truths that maybe seem like things that are hard to understand, but they make it really simple and they make it really understandable. And so I love these guys. They have things from everywhere, from you can learn about angels and demons and spiritual beings to different books of the Bible that they walk through and pick apart so you can understand what an entire book of the Bible was trying to say and get across from a big overall perspective. And they're always super creative with their animation and funny with the way they present things too at times. So I highly recommend you getting connected to the Bible Project in some way. It's really easy to search on YouTube. They have their own apps too. They have their own website, thebibleproject.com. Check out thebibleproject.com if you haven't recently or ever on your own. Maybe try that tomorrow or even tonight if you're bored. Find a way to connect to thebibleproject.com sometime, okay? This next one is a new one I've recently found. This guy, Carl from Sunday Cool. Sunday Cool is a t-shirt company. Actually, here's some good news for you guys. Jumpstart always gets their t-shirts through Sunday Cool. And so if you were planning on coming to Jumpstart and you signed up, here's good news. You're actually going to still get a Jumpstart t-shirt even though Jumpstart never happened, okay? So that's kind of cool. But there really are super soft, awesome t-shirts. And they have this guy, Carl, who's kind of their spokesman. He's a little crazy. Here's Carl, okay? He's a little nuts. But he has really, honestly, some of the funniest videos I've seen in a long time. Some of them actually have some really interesting, good, insightful points to them. Some of them are just like completely crazy. So look up Carl from Sunday Cool on YouTube, and you'll probably get lost in those videos because they're awesome and they are seemingly never ending. So those are your two things, Bible Project or Carl from Sunday Cool. Some YouTube suggestions for you if you're getting bored and you're looking for something to watch on your devices. Another thing I'm going to do with YouTube, or with GroupMe, is we're going to have some challenges, okay? And so I don't know if you've been like me, but I've been feeling like a little bit like Olaf. You guys know who Olaf is, right? Olaf from Frozen 2. He has that song, This Will All Make Sense When I'm Older. I'm hoping, okay? I'm hoping when I'm older that this whole coronavirus thing and our reactions and our everything we're going through, I hope this will all make sense when we're older, and I hope we'll be able to look back sometime and say, man, what a crazy time, but we did some things right, we did some things maybe wrong, we did some things but we learned, and now we understand maybe how to deal with something like this better in the future. But Olaf has kind of been my song. My kids and I have been singing that song just when we're ever like marveling at the situations that we're in and the things we're dealing with. So this all makes sense when we're older. So my first GroupMe challenge for you guys is the Olaf challenge. And so what I want you guys to do when you're done watching this video is post a picture of you either with Olaf merch or media, okay? So that means either an Olaf toy or a t-shirt or some kind of Olaf thing that your sister or brother or somebody has, or you have maybe, nothing wrong with that. Or maybe a picture of you watching Olaf, or Olaf on your phone, or Olaf on your TV. So post a picture of you in some way with Olaf, be creative, be silly, and then I'll put everybody that does that by 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, I'll put into a hat and pull out a prize, and we'll have a winner for our first GroupMe challenge. And I'm going to do stuff like that pretty regularly throughout the weeks at youth group. Just give you guys some ways to stay connected and interested and things like that. So look for challenges, different challenges will have different prizes. Some might be gift cards, some might be chocolate that I'll send you in the mail, some might be all kinds of different things that we could have for our prizes, but they'll be worth your while. So have fun with that. First GroupMe challenge, don't skip out yet. Watch the rest of the video, but our first GroupMe challenge is the Olaf challenge, okay? Have fun with that. All right, so I'm not going to talk real long, like I said. Something I wanted to point out to you guys that I think, we've been in this new series we just started last week called Ships and Sailors, where we're looking at relationships, and we're looking at it through the eyes of Jesus' friends, who I'm calling the sailors, the disciples, who started out as fishermen, now they're fishers of men as they knew Jesus. And we're kind of looking at some real examples of Jesus' healthy relationships and trying to understand that. And what I wanted you guys to know is I don't think, like, when you see situations where there's coincidences, I don't know about you, but I tend to see God's fingerprints all over coincidences. And I don't think it's a coincidence at all that last week when we talked about loneliness and we talked about how, the first thing that God said wasn't good was for man to be alone. And we looked at some of the science behind being lonely and how that can affect us so deeply, not just emotionally, but it can actually cause damage to us physically. We picked that apart a little bit, talked about some of the spiritual implications of that and God's desire for us to kind of combat the idea of loneliness through relationships, right? So we talked about that, and then now we find ourselves where we're in this idea of social distancing and the world feels like the world is working against us being able to have healthy relationships. So I think God's got us in this spot in this series for a purpose. And so I'm hoping that some of the things that we talked about last week are still running through your heads. You're still thinking through some of these things. If you think about it, tonight was supposed to actually be the night where we had Encountered Heart Dance Ministry, which I'm almost as upset about not having them here as I am about Jumpstart, because those, they're super talented. I really wanted to see Reagan and Kennedy up there with them, kind of in their element. And but they really had some awesome messages for us. They used some really cool songs, some really unique songs, and I might even reference some of those songs as we get into some of the other Ships and Sailors stuff in future weeks. But yeah, I think they would have helped us think about some things that have to do with healthy relationships, like our own personal identity, looking at who we are and how that kind of changes maybe how we see other people around us, and just looking at how we show grace to ourselves and grace to others around us, and really just understanding how we look for love in all these kind of different things. There were so many really good pieces that would have really helped us in our Ships and Sailors lesson series. And one of those songs is actually Hillsong's Highs and Lows. So that's really actually the way I'm going to end this video today, is I'm going to play the song Highs and Lows by Hillsong Young and Free. And I just want to leave you guys in a place where I'm not going to really dive into any more Ships and Sailors stuff, because we're going to save that like we were planning for next week and the week after. But I just wanted to get you guys continuing to think about things, continuing to think about, what opportunities you have this week to connect with God and build that relationship first and foremost, and what it means for God to be walking through this life with you, even in a crazy time like it is right now. And so I'm going to leave you guys some space at the end of this video just to think about that, and enjoy the video, find some space, and hopefully have a couple minutes here just with God and you, and just to connect with Him and to think about where we're headed and what all's going on, and what you can use this time for. What does God want to do in you during this unique time where we're taking a break right in the middle of the school year and things like that. So I'm praying for all of you guys and thinking about all of you a lot. I really missed not being able to be with you this weekend, and I'm pumped to see you again, hopefully soon. So I'll be happy to see your smiling faces when you guys give me your Olaf pictures, and just to see you guys and know you're there. And yeah, love you. Watch this video. Talk to you guys later. I should probably do this first over here.
in your precious thoughts. There's no hiding from your love. Highs and lows, Lord, you're with me either way it goes. Should I rise or should I fall? Even so, Lord, your mercy is an even flow. You're too good to let me go. Should I dance on the heights or make my bed among the depths? Your mercy waits at every end, like you planned it from the start. To the dawn, come with wings, or find me far side of the sea. There your hand still fastens me, ever closer.